stairs are installed. The roads were clear, so we decided to get to work today. The deck is covered with a light snow dusting, and it's iced over that. So we're not going to do much to the decking today. I'm going to start cutting the stringers for the mid-level landing. Antonio is also going to be building the box step that wraps around this little small section of deck. Also, I got a new toy I want to show everybody. Boom! Yeah! What is this? I'm gonna try to cut all the stringers at once. Not all of them, but hopefully I can get as many as possible to reduce the amount of time that it takes me to cut all these stair stringers. So we can cut up to what I think is 6 or even 7 stringers at once. I don't think I'm gonna go that deep, but what I do think is I can at least get maybe 3 or 4 stringers at a time. But I'm really excited to get this Carpenter Chainsaw in action. I can't wait to see how much time this thing does save if it works. Well, we got a lot of work to do today, so we're gonna get to it. All right, guys, I got this stringer cut. I'm gonna go ahead and test it by putting it in its location to see if it makes sense. According to my math, it should absolutely make sense. So I'm going to start off making sure that my rise and run is accurate on my framing square here. And then I'm going to take another framing square that's a smaller one here and get my first rise, which is going to be 1 inch less than this guy here. A little short, so I needed to create a little platform. Yeah, me and my 5, 6 and 5/8 ass. I think it's gonna work. Oh, well that tells you everything you need to know. Let me just push through the rest and see how this goes. So I am experiencing a little bit of problem here. She's wanting to travel on me. The chain is just tearing up the grain of the top stringer, so it just, you can't see the line. You want to start off by putting a small, I would say, inch cut into your first stringer. That's going to keep that line nice and crisp while the chain is cutting into it. If you guys are thinking about using one of these, definitely use your circular saw to scribe your line in there before you do your gang cuts with that carpenter saw.
2 hours later.
This is our end of day update. We have the stairs are installed. We have some planing to do, but then pretty much done. We got the little box step installed here by Antonio. We're gonna finish doing the other staircase up to the main level, and then we're also gonna be decking up the remaining portion of this little area here, and then the couple boards that we have up to the house. We're always looking for new innovative ways to be doing what we do here. So if you have any good suggestions or things that work for you that we should try, please leave those suggestions down in the comment section below. Again, thank you guys for watching and tuning in to our channel. We appreciate every bit of it. Pretty neat, right? We got some blocking to do underneath the deck to support the load of this staircase here. I've got to cut out 7 stringers for the main level down to the mid-level landing. We do doubles on the sides and then 12 inches on center for every other stringer in the middle. Now we've got a kick plate that the stringers are resting on so that they don't slide forward. And we've got everything flat blocked and sandwich blocked up here by the ledger where the landing is. The 2x8s also act as reinforcement. When you put 2x8s on the front face, it really keeps these things nice and tight. They don't like to shake and wobble while you're walking on them. So let's get busy. I got
6 2x12s here.
I scribed the top one with my template, and I'm going to use the Sasquatch Carpenter Chainsaw to cut all 6 of these at the same time. So let's give this a shot. What do you say? I've got my 3/4 inch cut scribe in here, and now it's time to get the Sasquatch out and get these stringers cut. This is the first time that I've tried
6 2x12s all at once.
Let's get this going. As expected, it's a little difficult to push this Sasquatch through
6 2x12s.
All right, so one of the things I'm realizing when I'm using this to cut
6 at a time
is it is creating a lot of sawdust. Just not coming out of the chute like you'd want it to. This just one cut that I did and how much time it's already saved me, it's not that big of a deal to just stop every once in a while throughout that cut and blow off that sawdust.
That is how we deflect it.
Got done with lunch and Antonio's jumping right on the decking of the landing. We had American Cedar drop off some stuff. Thank you, American Cedar. I'm working on the fascia board for the stringers now. The idea is I'm going to scribe the top tread and I'm going to scribe the bottom riser. And what this does is I can go ahead and square up those edges, because those are a little bit difficult to get to with the router. And then I'm going to take the router and go and cut out all of the rise and runs for the rest of the staircase. We got Antonio rolling with the picture frame on the landing. Whoop whoop! And he's doing pocket screws. He's doing the PVC glue. So what I'm doing here is I put up the stringers where they're going to be, and because I used the Carpenter Chainsaw, the accuracy of that thing is, to say the least, not as great as I had wanted it. I'm going to chalk it up to user error or maybe just inexperience. I think with a little bit more practice, I can figure out how to be a little more accurate with it. But in the meantime, we need to use these stringers. So the only thing I'm having to do here in order for them to be perfect is go and plane and sand and level all these things out, so that way we don't see any waves in our treads. Milwaukee, I'm a little upset with you. I dropped my M12 impact driver from, I don't know, 8 feet. And the battery just completely broke. You know, I got a DeWalt guy here, and he looked at it and started laughing and got a little embarrassed by it. I got the kick plate down. It's a double 2x10 kick plate. Do all the flat blocking, and then get this taped up. We'll get the fascia on tomorrow, and hopefully start treading these up as well. So thanks for joining us today. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I got one side of the flat blocking done, and I'm getting ready to work on the next side. Packed out these corners here, because this is where we're going to end up landing our rail post. Should be a nice finish. Get all this blocked up, and then G-tape will be next. Hopefully I got enough time to start doing some fascia, and then the risers by the end of the day. We'll see. We took a quick break and had some Papa John's pizza. Thank you, Papa John's. Are they a sponsor? No, they're not. But hey, if you want to give me a free pizza and me say your name a couple times on a video, shit, why not? Today, time got away from us, but we did manage to get a lot of the picture frame done by Antonio. I'm just finishing up the last bit of weatherproofing and then start getting our deck boards on next week. We're back. It's Monday, 17 degrees.
Very cold.
We got our work cut out for us today. We're going to get moving so that hopefully we can warm up. And we're going to push it to the limit. We got a super gnarly situation here. We got 3 vertical lines coming up right where this deck board needs to land, and there's really no easy way around it. You can't disconnect any of this stuff. We're trying to come up with a plan here. We got a couple ideas that we presented to the homeowner Friday because we knew we were going to have to be dealing with this today, but he said whatever we need to do. Hey, look who it is! So I have a little trick that I want to show you that I use when I do my fascia boards. So I make these little templates first. And, you know, they're not very long pieces, but they do span at least 2 treads. Now, this is really important because you're going to line up the corners of the risers with the top edge of this fascia board. All right? And that makes sure that it's going to be consistent all the way up to the band. Now I have this one, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the top. And then I'm going to measure from the very top to the bottom, and it should be a long to long measurement. All right, Big Tony with the box step.
Square. With another square. And a square.
Square, square, baby.
Tony, tell us how you did all that.
Well, I just mounted our lever board after finding the rise that I needed for when the threshold meets. Then I subtract my edge from my deck board, and then I mount it to the break surface and the grab lines with Teflon. So I just use 2 of them because it's a box step, it doesn't need to tell them anything. And then mount, cut.
Guys, we are wrapping up for the day. I got all the fascia done on the stair stringers on both sets. Antonio finished up the decking down here and started on the box steps where the entryways are to the house. Tomorrow we've got a lot of work cut out for us, but it's going to be a lot warmer tomorrow, so we might move a little faster. I don't know what it is about the cold weather, but I just don't move fast. How about you guys? What is it like for you when it's cold? Do you guys work faster, harder? I don't know. Leave comments below and let me know what it's like for you working in below freezing temperatures. All right, well, we're going to get to work. We've got a lot of stuff going on.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yell if you need anything.
Do you need anything from me?
Nope, I think
cool.
we're good on decisions.
All right, Pam, thank you for stopping
You're
by.
welcome.
Appreciate
Thank you, Pam. Good to see
You're
you.
very welcome.
All right,
you as
cool.
well.
Okay.
I'll be thinking about you guys.
Be thinking about that pizza sauce that you got to make now.
Yeah.
Pizza sauce should not be difficult. All you do is you buy those stewed tomatoes. Yep, get the Summers on it, exactly. If you got one of those tomato crushers, just put it in the blender. And then we don't even really cook it. Break the basil before you put it in there. Break it. And then that's it. Don't overcook it. Don't over season it. Just keep it very simple. That's the best method. Buffalo is the best. It's softer and not as chewy. And get the balls, you know? And then you'll have the best pizza ever, dude. We're going to be focusing on getting our picture frame perimeters up for each tread, and then backfilling on the insides with the remaining treads, and then sticking up our risers like we normally would. So what's really important is try to get yourself into a position where you're working kind of like an assembly line. I'm using PVC biscuits with the PVC trim glue. I'm also getting that activator in there.
this. Look at this. look at this. Look at this. Dun, dun. I wish I was cool. I just swing hammers like a monkey.
All right, she's ready. Back on the job site, and I've got these set of stairs to deck up. I'm going to put the risers on, the treads, not in that order, but get this set done. Antonio's up on the main level deck now. The idea is to get up there ready to be decked tomorrow. All right, I got all my pieces cut. I got them all glued up. I got them up here on the landing, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them installed and hopefully have some time to get the box steps decked up, put all the fascia on, and then we'll be absolutely done down here other than the plugging that needs to happen. No, I didn't just blindly put that screw in. I use this speed square. I make my marks based on where all of my holes need to be. That way, every single tread has a screw hole in the exact same spot throughout the whole staircase. Now, a lot of you probably are saying, well, you're gonna get plugs in there. You're never gonna see them. You kinda can see the plugs. And when you kinda can see all the plugs in the same spot, it makes a huge difference. Anybody that looks at it, that knows what they're looking for, will definitely appreciate that little detail. Do the right thing, use a template, make sure everything is consistent throughout the whole staircase, and you too will look like a professional when you build your deck.
time. I'm just counting about 5-6 joists that need to be planed down to what we need. And away we go. Yep. Show you how I did this flat blocking. I pre-assembled this entire flat blocking section, including the bracing underneath for the 6x6s and my actual structure blocks that hold up the flat blocking down on the ground. Just assembled it and then put this flat blocking to hold it right at the desired height, so you're not going to end up with lows and highs anymore. And then, because it's a double, just a couple 5 inches, really tie these together, pop off the top, shoot in the back sides, good to go. This is the way.
Okay, so it's the end of the day recap. We got the treads all done. We just got to get the plugs done and a few of the fascia screws in the risers. Antonio busted his butt today. On the deck, he got all the blocking, all the planing done, and weatherized it, getting it ready for tomorrow, which is going to be a big day. We're going to deck that bad boy and try to get that whole upper level deck done before Friday. Today is Wednesday. We had a great, successful day today, so we're really looking forward to getting that thing done before the weekend. There's a lot to see with the railing installed next week. We have the fascia down on the ground level floor. We got the box steps still that we need to complete. It's going to be a big show with the set of stairs down in the main level, so you're not going to want to miss that. Thanks for tuning in.